Hey, thank you for joining us for this week's episode of HC Kids TV.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle.
And it's really good to be back. Kyle, what have you been doing during the stay home, stay safe order?
Been trying to stay busy. I've actually been doing a lot of reading, Chris.
A lot of reading?
Yeah, I would say a lot. A lot of reading. I like books. So, what about you?
I've been very busy. Been doing a lot of stuff around the house, especially. Just a lot of stuff. Don't worry about it. You don't have to ask.
Okay.
It's my life.
Sorry, too personal, I guess. So one of the things we've been doing is working on our dribbling skills.
Yes, we have.
And I have to say, I think we've gotten pretty good.
Check this out.
All right, y'all. I've got to dribble a basketball to the beat of a song that I'm playing.
I hear the rhythm of waves sitting on the shore, and I can swear they're speaking.
No, it's not this. No!
They're telling me to relax, I'm not good at that, but now I know I need it.
Wow. Well, we really did have a ball.
Wow. Well, we're going to keep things going, Chris, by playing a little trivia game. And it's called Real or Fake.
Real or fake?
Real or Fake. So I'm going to show you a picture. You guys will see it on the screen. But you have to guess, is this picture real or is it fake? So here's the first one.
That's real. That's gotta be real.
Oh, you're correct.
I'm gonna be really good at this. I'm gonna tell you.
Number 2.
Fake. That looks fake.
That is correct.
I knew it. It's like, ooh, it was like a portrait. He went to. Never mind. Real. That's real. Someone got real close. Really? That's real?
Wow. A very close-up picture.
That looks like a hippo laying down for some reason to me, but real. That's gotta be. That's a standard photograph.
Wow. 4 for 4.
What is that? He's just laying down. He looks like he's laying like a frog. I'm gonna say that's real too. That's real.
My dog lays like that.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Wrong!
Oh! 4 out of 5. Alright, should this be the last one? One more?
That is fake. There's no way. That's fake.
That is correct. So, great job, Chris. 5 out of 6, 83% accuracy.
I feel good about that.
It's a B minus. It's pretty average, I guess you could say.
Wow.
Good job.
Well, I'll take that, and I will say I'll rate that game a 100%. 10 out of 10. I thought that was great. And you know what? We really like rating things here. And so we're going to continue with us doing very expert ratings on lots of really important things.
Check this out.
All right, first things first. Computer. Nice. It's shiny. You can typey on it. So it's pretty nice. It's got a disk drive, so you can watch DVDs in it, which also means it's pretty old. So sometimes it's a bit slow, but I love it just the same. I'm gonna say 6 out of 10.
Okay, so I'm gonna rate my friends here, Vicky and Vinny. You know, they're very great, very popular. Everybody knows them. I love their ears. They're very comfy to lay on, and I've had them since I was about 4 years old. But the only thing is, Minnie's dress is a little bit dirty here, not as white as it used to be. So because of that, I'm gonna give them a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, what's happening, HC Kids? Apparently it's been a trend recently to rate things around your house, or just things in general. And I found this one thing that I think deserves a good rating. This here is called a bling duck. And no, that is not a name that I just made up. It is actually what it is called. If you see here, it is a duck with some bedazzles on it. It has been bedazzled, and if you look at its face here, you know, part of my critique here is it's got a bit of a confused face, as if to ask, you know, why have I been blinged? And that's really not a question I don't think any of us can answer, but it is just the unfortunate situation we find ourselves in. So we've got the bling duck here. One of the positive things about it is it does have this keychain attachment, so all you boys and girls out there with your keys, your key ring, you can attach your bling duck to it. Or other things. I guess it doesn't have to be your keys, but I mean, what else are you going to use this for? So one of the negative criticisms I have of it is if you look at the back here, you see some of the bling has fallen off. In fact, as I've been sitting here, more of the bling has fallen off. So, you know, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, really, what can you say? It was a pretty poor bling job, and I'm pretty sure that might also contribute to the facial expression on the duck here. You know, if I'd been blinged, could you have at least done a better job? You know, I don't know. Hopefully, we would hope so, but unfortunately, again, these are questions we just can't find or know the answer to. So, you know, final rating for the bling duck. If I were to rate it on, you know, a scale of pies, you know, with pumpkin and apple being on there, I would say this is probably an apple pie. No, maybe a pumpkin. Yeah.
Another good one. A yoga mat. It's nice, it rolls out nice, it's all green and fuzzy so you can stretch out on it and do your morning yoga, your afternoon yoga, your evening yoga, your bedtime yoga, your 2 a.m. yoga, whatever you want to do. It's nice. It rolls away, you can keep it places. The only problem is it tends to roll away from you sometimes. Anyway, I'd say 9 out of 10.
What's up? I am here to tell you about some new friends that I made. We got Greenie right here. I don't know if you've met him before. This is Red. He's the leader of the gang. Blue, Old Yeller. I don't know if you've read that book or seen that movie. It's a classic. And this is Pinky, right on my pinky. They've been pretty nice, cool to hang out with. I don't know. I mean, they're a little bit small, a little bit constricting, hold me back a little bit. Really, I kind of feel like one of my hands is tied whenever I'm hanging out with them. I would give them probably a solid 6 out of 10 when it comes to, you know, being good friends. They're waterproof, so that helps. So, bye.
Hello everyone! So, today I'm going to be rating a few things. The first thing we have is my breakfast. You know, I'm gonna have to give it an 8 out of 10 because I made it myself and it is cinnamon bread. So the next thing we're going to be rating today is this little Christmas unicorn. I know it's June, but that's not gonna stop me.
Dashing through rainbows, through trails of pixie dust, or spreading rainbows.
I'm gonna have to give that a 10 out of 10. Really put me in the Christmas spirit in
The next
June.
thing I'm going to be rating are my cats. First up we have Stanley. He's adorable. He sleeps on my bed and sometimes he sleeps on my pillows. So 7 out of 10. We have my other cat Precious. She's adorable, but sometimes she can be mean and bite me. So I'll give her an 8 out of 10. Ow!
That's everything I'm gonna be rating today. Hope you enjoyed.
Wow, those are some great ratings. Now you know, don't just check the Amazon reviews. Check the HC Kids TV reviews.
Absolutely. What a good call.
So, we have coming up in just a couple weeks HC Kids Camp. And it is going to be all online, all at home. It is called Backyard Olympics. So we are so excited about it. We can't wait to see your athletic skills. Probably more athletic than me. I don't know if you guys saw my somersault. It wasn't very good at all.
You know what? Don't discredit yourself. It was great.
Oh, thanks, sir.
You're doing good, bud. Well, hey, make sure you stay with us, subscribe, comment on this video. Let us know how you're doing. be up to date with everything we have going on and coming up.
Yeah, now take a look at these other few things that we've done throughout the rest of this week.
Hey guys, for my spring DIY, I thought it'd be fun to paint a birdhouse. We have birds everywhere out here, so figure why not paint a house for them? So I've got some like squeeze bottles of paint, got my paint brushes, and I've got my little palette of paint here. So I'm just gonna get started. We're just gonna, whoop, drop the paintbrush. We're just gonna kind of squeeze these paints on here. And I'm just gonna take some, maybe some orange, get that on, maybe a little green. Birds are gonna love this birdhouse, I'll tell ya. They are just gonna, they're gonna fight over it because it's just gonna be the best birdhouse ever. Everyone is going to wanna live in it. So you just put some on there, add a little more of that, and then you're done. You got a perfect little birdhouse, great for spring, great for outdoors. The birds are gonna love it. You guys should definitely give it a try. Also, just for reference, this is what my birdhouse looks like now. Yep, just covered in paint. Yep, that's what we did.
All right, guys, so today I'm gonna show you how to make a giant sweatshirt into a pillow. This is gonna be great. Okay, so you're gonna start by taking the arms, folding them in diagonally. Perfect, and then you're gonna take the bottom and you're gonna flip it all the way up to the top. And this is gonna be easier with two hands, but I'm doing it with one hand just to show you that it's possible. And also because I'm holding the camera. Anyway, so then you're gonna take the outside corners, fold them in. It's okay if it's a little messy, but then you're gonna take the hood and you're just gonna, ooh, this is gonna be hard to do with one hand. Okay, all right, I'm gonna set it down. You're gonna fold the hood all the way around the sweatshirt. So it kind of looks, so I tucked it all up in there. So it looks like that. Boom, there you go. You have it, a comfy pillow if you forgot one and you're at your friend's house and you need a pillow. There you go.
Oh, hey, you know, I hear it's spring, which means spring cleaning, right? So I've just been like walking around the house trying to figure out some things to clean and, well, looks like I made a little mess. So I'm gonna show you the easy way to do some spring cleaning. So make sure you get everything as close as possible, or at least in a line as possible. Grab the furniture. And there you go. We're spring cleaning. See you guys later.
All right, well, hey, boys and girls, now we're going to jump into our Bible story for this week. And all throughout the month of June, we're actually taking a look at these moments of these Bible story characters' lives where they were in training for something, something big that they were going to do later on in their lives. And starting with Joshua, Joshua, before he did the great things we're going to talk about, he was actually Moses' assistant. So he went from being an assistant to doing great things afterwards. And so today we're going to kind of take a look at all that here.
Hey, I hope your training is going well at home. We're so excited for the Backyard Olympics. I know our training has been going very well. And speaking of training, we are looking this entire month about training, not just for the Backyard Olympics, but for something else that the Bible tells us to. It says that physical training is good, but spiritual training is that much more important. And so it's important for us to do some awesome things outside or inside and get ready for the Backyard Olympics, but more importantly, it's important for us to really focus on what God would have us do in our hearts and in our minds. And so that's what we're going to look at today, and we're going to see, as was mentioned, some people that were in training. So today we look at Joshua, and some of you may have heard these words before. Be strong and courageous. Now, maybe you never heard them because of a Bible verse. Maybe you've just heard the words be strong and have courage, or be courageous. You can be brave. Well, there's a period of time in the book of Joshua where God kind of says this over and over to Joshua. Have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? But before Joshua was the leader of God's people, the one who brought God's people into the promised land that we hear about so often through the life of Moses, before all of that happened and before Joshua led those people, Joshua was Moses' assistant. He was kind of the right-hand man to Moses, one of them. And so before he was the leader of everything, he was a very faithful and humble servant to Moses. So God would speak to Moses, and then Moses would kind of give instruction to Joshua and several others. But Joshua became someone who was very trustworthy. Joshua became someone who was just willing to serve and do what needed to be done in that time, in those moments. I don't know if it ever dawned on Joshua that one day, hey, when he was just doing one of those tasks that had been given to him, one day you're going to lead all of this. One day you're going to lead all of these people. I don't know that it ever came across Joshua's mind. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but either way, Joshua was just focused on what was in front of him. So from sending spies over and all of that to see what was going on in the land, to leading the army. He actually led the army. So he was a soldier in God's army for a while, and he led the army. And so those were just things that Moses would have him do. And Joshua did it without complaining. He did it humbly, which means he wasn't like, oh, look at me, I'm the best, I'm the leader of the army. He was just focused on doing a good job with what was right in front of him at that time. And I think that is such a cool lesson for all of us to understand, because I know I've heard some of you, I've heard my own kids even who are watching this, I've heard them say, I can't wait till I'm a grown-up. I can't wait until I get to go do this. I can't wait until this happens. And while those are cool things to think about, while those are cool things to focus on every now and then, what's really important is for us to not forget about what's right in front of us right now. I think about this too sometimes when I'm doing something at home, and then I think of the next thing I can get done around the house, or I'm thinking about what's going to happen after dinner, or I'm thinking about what's going to happen at nighttime, and I forget about right now what's happening, and I forget to do a really good job with what's right in front of me. And when it comes to our training, not just for the Backyard Olympics and hoping that it's here really soon, focus on what's happening right now. So work on your cartwheels, absolutely. Work on your running, work on whatever it is you want to do. Get those video game fingers ready because, oh, are we doing? I've said too much. Either way, we got to focus on what's here, what's now, what's right in front of us. We need to make sure that we do a good job. It's not bad to think about things later on, but it's important for us to not forget about what's happening right now. And that's what Joshua was focused on throughout his life. He always focused on the now before the next. He focused on what was happening right now in his life and doing a good job with that, being faithful in that, before he focused on what was next in his life. And I think that is so important for us to focus on the now before the next. And so what do I want you to remember today? Yes, be strong. Yes, be courageous. But I want you to focus on now before next. Before the next thing that's coming, what is God maybe asking you right now? What is God showing you right now that you can work on in your own heart, in your own mind, in the way that you think, in the way that you interact with people in your home, in the way that you interact with all of your family and all of your friends? What is God showing you and teaching you right now that you can focus on? Maybe it's how to be more patient. Maybe it's how to be more kind. Maybe it's how to use your words properly. Maybe it's how to use your words to just encourage and uplift other people. Whatever it is that you're working on right now, I want you to have a conversation about that in your home. I want you to ask your parents, ask your grandparents, talk to your dog about it. I don't know, if you have a dog, talk to him about it, or her. But ask someone, what can I do right now? How can I be like Joshua and focus on now before I focus on next? I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
Well, was next?
I'm gonna clap. So
You should
let's just
say,
do that.
wow, it looks like we had a ball.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Thanks, Chris.
You're doing good, bud.
Thanks, Chris. I forgot what was that.
You took the compliment way too well.
It
Basking
threw me
in
off.
it.
You think we have ice cream in that freezer?
Don't know. Just hear it crawling away.